So what's going on, guys? I am Black Ops Amazing. Welcome back to another video where today I just wanted to give, I guess, my thoughts on the future of Vanguard Zombies and Cold War Zombies, because as I'm sure most of you will know by now, Treyarch have come out lately and given us an update on both of these zombies modes for these games. I was away when this news came out, so I didn't cover it on the channel, but what I have been waiting to do is just give my opinions on this situation. We all know how Vanguard Zombies is right now, we all know what the majority of people think about this game, but could this update that we've been given from Treyarch change people's opinion? Could this game do a 180 and suddenly become, well, good, I guess? And we've also been hearing a ton of information about Zombies Chronicles 2 as well from different leakers, and what we've heard from Treyarch kind of clarifies that situation as well. Pretty much them telling us that we are not getting any more maps within Black Ops Cold War. Now, of course, they're not going to come out and say that we are getting Zombies Chronicles 2. I think we knew anyway, especially in terms of new maps that we haven't seen. We weren't getting any more in Cold War. It just wouldn't make sense because it is an older game. Vanguard is the latest one. But people have always had a little bit of hope, and like I said, because leakers every now and again, especially lately, come out and say that it is happening. It does get people's hopes up, but coming from Treyarch themselves saying we are not getting any more maps within Cold War, I think we can rule that out. Just quickly recapping on what they told us about Cold War, because I think that's the less important topic just because it is the older game. It's also the game that we're not getting as much content for. I'm sure you would have seen a load of people on Twitter and YouTube talking about a year 2 of content for Cold War Zombies. For me, from what we've heard we would be getting from leaks, it just never really sounded too much, so to actually call it year 2 DLC or stuff like that, to me it's always sounded more like just regular updates that we get throughout a game's life cycle. But anyway, just quickly going over it, on the Zombies front, while we don't have plans to bring additional maps to Black Ops Cold War for all the reasons we laid out at the start of the blog, we're delivering special updates to Outbreak and Onslaught, starting with Season 3. We're also adding a new secret for Zombies players to discover, particularly those who have conquered every main quest that Black Ops Cold War has to offer. Later this month, we're bringing Outbreak Collapse to all platforms. This limited time mode is the spiritual successor to last October's fan favourite limited time mode, where players outlast increasingly intense waves for 10 minutes before attempting to exfil from a single region. So we all pretty much know how that game mode's going to work. Also, for an added challenge, we're releasing the Abomination Elite Enemy from Forsaken, and just in case you thought this beast wasn't tough enough to take down on its own, try tackling the new HVT Abomination variant. Also, for Onslaught fans, we're bringing several limited time modes to players on all platforms this year. First up will be Onslaught Mysterious Munitions, where players spawn in with a random weapon and equip a different randomized weapon after every completed search. As the season continues, players can expect to see Onslaught Accelerated, Onslaught Diminishing Light, and Onslaught Elite arriving across all platforms for the first time. And finally, as for the secret mentioned earlier, you'll have to discover its location on your own. If you haven't completed all 6 main quests yet, let's just say now would be a good time to get on that. Depending on how many you've managed to conquer so far, over a dozen unique rewards could be waiting for you, including a permanent upgrade in every Zombies map. Good luck. So that is all of the new content coming to Cold War. No new maps like people expected, no original map, and also, well, because they say they have no plans to bring additional maps to Cold War, we can also rule out Zombies Chronicles 2 as well. But most of what we're going to be seeing are limited time modes, either for Outbreak or Onslaught. Some new modes that we haven't seen before, and also some old modes that we have played. We're also getting some enemies such as the Abomination added to these modes as well, but of course we have seen them in our regular Zombies maps. And then of course, as you would expect, there's going to be new challenges for weapon blueprints and stuff like that. Nothing that, being 100% honest, piques my interest just because I don't play Outbreak and I don't play Onslaught either, especially now because I've deleted the multiplayer portion of Cold War, simply just because I never played it, and to save room, you have to have multiplayer downloaded in order to play Outbreak and Onslaught. So not only are they modes that I don't play, but also I can't. Different variations of these modes isn't something that's gonna make me play Cold War anyway. Maybe if you do enjoy Outbreak, or you do play a lot of Onslaught, then this could be for you, but personally for me it isn't. However, what is of my interest is the fact that they talk about a kind of super Easter egg, and in order to access this for yourself, you have to have completed all 6 main quests within Cold War. I think for most people, because the Easter eggs in Cold War are easy besides from the first Outbreak Easter egg, all of the rest are super easy. But as for what the reward is that you get for completing all of the Easter eggs, well, we don't 100% know, but they do say it includes a permanent upgrade in each and every Zombies map. Now, in BO3, the permanent upgrade was the Pack-a-Punched RK5, I believe. That was the super Easter egg in that game. So judging by the fact that they say when you've completed all 6 Easter eggs, you get a permanent upgrade in every Zombies map, it really could be anything ranging from a Pack-a-Punched weapon, maybe a permanent perk like perma jug or perma speed cola. If it is a permanent weapon, how would that work considering we have loadouts in zombies now? If let's say the game gives us a permanent pack-a-punched, I don't know, MP5 straight off the get-go, that's probably not something I'm going to use just because I'd prefer to use my own loadout and then pack-a-punch it. So I'm not too sure how a permanent weapon unlock would work, but a permanent perk would be good. Other than that though, I can't think what it would be. Treyarch do say that there's over a dozen unique rewards that could be waiting for us. So yeah, that one's cool. The only thing I will say is by now, most people, or at least the hardcore zombies players, will have completed all of the Easter eggs in Cold War already, so it's not really more content in terms of us having to do something, in terms of us having to go in and actually play the game again and do the Easter eggs. If you've already done them, then from the sounds of it, the rewards are just going to be unlocked for us straight away, which is good if you play Cold War, but if you don't, for me at least, it's not really a reason to play the game. They're not telling us to complete all of the Easter eggs again, because I've already done that. From the sounds of it, I can just go in, check out these rewards, and that's it. And I can't really think what it will be that will unlock that's going to make me want to play Cold War Zombies. I've kind of moved on. So yeah, overall the super Easter egg, if you play Cold War Zombies regularly, sounds cool. As far as the limited time modes go, just because they're for Outbreak and Onslaught, I won't be playing them, also because I can't, because I don't have the multiplayer portion of the game downloaded. At the end of the day, it is content, although not a new map or Zombies Chronicles 2 like a lot of people would have wanted. And at the same time, I will say, it's not something that should have been expected either, because this is an old game. It just wouldn't make sense for them to do it because Treyarch are working on Vanguard Zombies at the moment and their next game, which is due to come out in 2024. So that is the year 2 content for Cold War Zombies, but what are we getting for the latest mode in Vanguard? Well, Treyarch have announced that they're basically doing a U-turn on this game and reverting back to round-based zombies. From now on, every bit of content that we are getting within Vanguard is going to be round-based. No longer are we getting these objective-based maps. No longer are they adding, from the sounds of it, any new objective modes. Every map that we get from now in Vanguard Zombies will be round-based, which is a complete U-turn because it's clear to see from both Duran Fang and Terra Maledicta that Treyarch's original plan wasn't to add any round-based maps into this game, and instead they were to experiment with this objective-based stuff. Just taking a quick look at what they said, with the launches of Duran Fang and Terra Maledicta wrapped up and our seasonal updates out in the wild, the Vanguard Zombies team is focusing its efforts on the groundwork required to bring round-based zombies to Vanguard. While we're extremely excited to deliver the classic style of gameplay for Vanguard players, we want to set expectations up front that it's going to take some time to get it into your hands. This involves extensive systems development from the ground up in a variety of areas, including the design, implementation, and testing of round-based spawning and AI pathing, zoning systems, fast travel mechanics, door buys, wall buys, and plenty more. The Dark Ether story will also ramp up throughout the events to come, which includes extensive script writing and voiceover sessions in parallel with the production of game content. And of course you all would have heard that the first round-based map that we're going to be getting in Vanguard Zombies is Shi No Numa Reborn. This is pretty much a enhanced version of Shi No Numa, which we already have in the game. It is that map, but this version will include an all-new main quest, some side quests, a new area to explore, a new wonder weapon quest, the classic Flogger Trap, the electroshock defences, and remastered Easter eggs. I don't know why they're still talking about pack-a-punch camos. That should be a staple in zombies anyway. Obviously at the beginning it wasn't, but now it is, so I don't know why they've mentioned that. So yeah, the first round-based map we are getting is Shi No Numa. It won't be coming until after Season 3, so it will be in Season 4 I'm guessing, which is still quite a long way to wait. The first thing I want to say is this is a step in the right direction in my opinion, although it's something that should have happened, I'm not going to say back in November when the game released, because Treyarch weren't to know the community's reaction, but I still think it's a decision that should have been made in December, January. As far as what we've been told, does this excite me? Does this make me now want to play Vanguard Zombies? Again, being 100% honest, no. It's something I will try, but I don't know. Being honest without faking it, it's not exciting. Maybe that also has something to do with the fact that we are getting Shi No Numa, a map that we've seen multiple times now. It's not an original map, it's not a new round-based map. And also, Shi No Numa is already in Vanguard Zombies. It's just not that exciting to me. Yes, it will get a new area, which is cool, I guess. Out of all of this, the most exciting bit to me is they say they're going to be ramping up the Dark Ether story, which includes extensive script writing and voiceovers, because so far, the Dark Ether story is incredibly boring, especially what we're hearing about in Vanguard. Craft, Von List, court effects, the artifacts, the storytelling in this game so far has been incredibly boring, so that's exciting. But as far as the gameplay goes, whilst round-based zombies is a step in the right direction, Shi No Numa just isn't that exciting. When it does come out, just because of the whole gameplay system in Vanguard, I can probably play a better version of it on BO3. There is the saying, it's better late than never, but I can only be 100% honest and say I read this and thought, okay, I'm probably gonna check it out, but I just can't see how it's gonna be game changing. And it's also Shi No Numa, a map that I'm not really excited about. It's the same with Nuketown. When I see that advertised in every new game, I'm like, yay, Nuketown again. That's just where I'm at with this game anyway. It is a step in the right direction, but it's not enough for me to be excited, and it's kind of the same with Cold War. Just because it's Outbreak and Onslaught content and I don't play, or actually can't play, those modes, the main thing to me that does sound good is the Super Easter egg. But again, because I've already completed the Easter eggs in those maps, it doesn't really give me a reason to play. I can't really think what the rewards are going to be that will give me a reason to play. Anyway, I'm still excited to check it out. Let me know your thoughts in the comments section below. I can only be 100% honest. Make sure you are subscribed to stay up to date with the latest videos on the channel, and I will see you in the next one. Until then, goodbye.